Let's come to our current day Nigeria today. How many of your hard workers in your primary day schools are earning good living now?
There is rewards to hard work. You have your pride, you have your dignity when you work hard than when things are just being thrown to you at the platter of gold.
You can't even find one. It's so obvious you can't find one of your hard workers.
Mo fẹ́ lówó ju daddy mi o. My people, we're here in the streets of Jabi, Abuja, where we have the hustlers, we have the traders, we have the big boys, the adulgos. And we're here to ask just one simple question. Very, very simple. Is getting rich about hard work or connection? So we have our two debaters, one topic, and they have 30 seconds to make their case. So let's hear what they have to say concerning this topic. And their time starts right about now.
Alright, yes, getting rich is all about hard work. Take for instance, our brother Dangote. He started small, grinding every day. Without your hard work, I don't think anybody will notice you. So many broke ass people having connections, but they can't do anything. When they get there, they mess around because there's no skill.
So let's talk about the broke ass people you're talking about. I know a lot of broke ass guys who work very hardly. Let's go ahead to call about the laborers. Let's call your cleaners. How much do you earn? Nothing actually. So let's talk about those who has connections. You can go ahead and talk about Davido. His father helped him out. His uncle helped him out. They sponsored him. They were a great influence to him. And here, not like he has so much skills more than the other guys who are there, who are even doing.
Look at this. Look at this one. Calling people that has connections. Okay, let me bring it to you. What about the greatest footballer? They call him the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. What do you want to say about that? He started from scratch. Should I mention Steve Jobs that started Apple from his parents' garage? Not to even mention our beloved brother, Innocent. Who started Innocent?
I believe when you have a thing that's, I see connection as a stepping stone, a greater height for your hard work. So you can be there without nothing, like without barely nothing, and you have your connections, and your connections skyrockets you and gives you information that paves a way for you. Why that guy who has been working so hardly and nothing? So I see connection as everything. Like it's the basic. It's the basic for you.
Bro, keep quiet. What are you saying? Look at how you're blabbing. I believe it's connection that brought you here in the first place. When you talk about hard work, see, there is this proverb that said, a child that washes his hands very well will eat with elders. What are you saying? What are you saying? There is rewards to hard work. You have your pride, you have your dignity when you work hard than when things are just being thrown to you at the platter of gold.
So let's talk about connections. When you are connected, you have knowledge of which everyone around you who are less privileged of that connection will never have, and that's a stepping stone for you to skyrocket your game in finances. So let me say I'm connected to a government official, and this is a great connection for me, right? Tomorrow there's a policy that is about to be made. That's a great influence for me to use to skyrocket my gameplay, my game changing. It has changed.
Keep quiet, my brother. I am struggling with words. Like I said previously, there are rewards. Okay, let me take you back to your primary school. People that came first in class were people that actually really work hard for it. What are you thinking? Because that is even the basics that teaches you hard work and rewards that comes out of hard work. So what are you even saying? With your hard.
Let's come to our current day Nigeria today. How many of your hard workers in your primary day schools are earning good living now? Can you even count one? Can you count one? You can't even find one. It's so obvious. You can't find one of your hard workers or my babalos. A1, where are they? Nowhere to be found. But the guys with the connection, their fathers has given them one or two things out there, and they'll come and employ you. That's if they even employ you. Oh. They'll come and employ you to come and collect little stipends.
Now, let me just mention few persons that made it out of hard work. Look at you are bringing down your this thing. Let me name Linda EKG. She's a blogger. She started just with her mobile phone in her bedroom, and now there is nowhere you mention Linda that nobody knows. Not to mention Don Jazzy that started his music career from singing little songs.
So I would like to mention for you the big names of which you know too well, like Dangote, Davido, and Mark Zuckerberg. As well, I'd like to mention Trump Baron. So Trump Baron got his wealth and where he is right now because of the influence of the US government. That's a big top for him. You mentioned Davido. Davido got his wealth probably from his father. Without his father, he would be a mediocre singer out there. Maybe you wouldn't even want to listen to his song.
Look at how you're just stammering. Now, all those persons you mentioned, you mentioned Dangote. Let me tell you, he started small. People don't help people that doesn't have prospects. In our current day Nigeria, they need to see your hard work. They need to see your skill. They need to know if they put something in your hands, you will be able to, multiply it. Because if there is no
when I started earlier on in the conversation, I said it is a stepping stone. Connection is a stepping stone to getting wealth. So you don't say, this is my basic, and if I be on this stone, I'm there. I've skyrocketed. I've gotten all the wealth. Nigeria, Africa's richest man who never did it. Who are you to do it? That's what I believe you're seeing this conversation. How he's mentioning your name among those persons with nothing. They no get shishi. I forbid it for you. I forbid it for you. You should stop that.
What are you even saying, young man? Dangote will be proud that I'm mentioning his name among people that started small. He is an inspiration to other businessmen that want to venture into business and want to start small. And now, if I should quote you right, young man, you said connections are merely stepping stones, but you need the groundwork, my brother. Don't go into certain things with empty head.
So let's talk about, I was mentioning them before my time elapsed, so I will still go ahead to mention the names of which I was mentioning. I'll mention Mark Zuckerberg. I know Facebook would have been some random app like your To Go, which is outdated, but probably because of Silicon Valley and Co. that had to invest in him, they had to make sure that, this guy has something to prove out there, right? He has something to prove out there, so why don't we not finance it? But you were talking about hard work, that you're saying, okay, hard work, with this hard work, you're there already, that you don't need the...
What are you even saying, young man? Dangote will be proud that I'm mentioning his name among people that started small. He is an inspiration to other businessmen that want to venture into business and want to start small. And now, if I should quote you right, young man, you said connections are merely stepping stones, but you need the groundwork, my brother. Don't go into certain things with empty head simply because...
So let's talk about, I was mentioning them before my time elapsed, so I will still go ahead to mention the names of which I was mentioning. I'll mention Mark Zuckerberg. I know Facebook would have been some random app like your To Go, which is outdated, but probably because of Silicon Valley and Co. that had to invest in him, they had to make sure that, this guy has something to prove out there, right? He has something to prove out there, so why don't we not finance it? But you were talking about hard work, that you're saying, okay, hard work, with this hard work, you're there already.
Now, when you talk about farmers working hard, laborers and the likes, some of them are just doing it probably because they just want to earn a living. Like for farmers, some persons just go into farming just because it's like a fun or like a hobby. But Major farmers in Nigeria, they are hitting millions without you even knowing.
No, I dey see where you dey talk the thing, your body dey shake. Na peace na you remember, you just piss am for your trouser. Farmer dey do work for just doesn't he have family to feed? It is very obvious that these guys have nothing like connections attached to them. That's why they are just struggling very hard with that particular work. If they had the connections, they wouldn't be in that level of. There are farmers. I could mention for you. Our past president that
So my advice to you and even people that wants to start small, skill development is very, very important. Skill development is very important, you know, and also your work, your proof of work is what will provide the opportunity for you, my brother. Hard work pays. Go learn from the ancient landmark.
so in as much as I wouldn't want to underlay or undermine a man who is working hard there, is needed. Everybody will not be rich in a society we've come into. Some will be poor and they are comfortable with it. But the good example, I mean the good advice I'll give to you and some communities out there is that the golden ticket I need for us to elevate our skills is the connection. Have good relationship with everyone, especially in the Nigeria of today we have, even outside of the country. You need connections, you need networking, you need everything just to get yourself at the top. You understand? So when you're aiming for the top and you're not aiming to be a mediocre, you don't think hard work alone should be there. You should focus as well in the networking that gives you the connection of which you need to stabilize yourself, not only yourself, your business, not only your business, the people around you who are looking up to you. You understand? So that's my take on that.
So my people, it's up to you now. If you think getting rich is about knowing who know road or following who know road, you get what I'm saying. So you hit like on this video. But if you believe it's by hard work, by your grind, share this video and let me hear your opinions in the comment section. See you all on the next episode. Thank you and bye.